Hey, what's up guys? So I'm here to showcase off my cat agent deck, or agent cat deck, whatever you want to call it. But we had a blast playing this deck over on the live stream, and agents will actually be pretty good during the link format because obviously with Venus you can just like go into any like link monster from that. But anyways, I'm here to showcase it off. This is something super fresh that we did off of the live stream, and a lot of you guys really enjoyed it. And for those guys that asked during the live stream, you know, when am I uploading that prop hunt video that we did a few days ago? I'll be uploading it on my gameplay channel within the next couple days. I haven't really edited it at all. I need to get the footage still, but it was a blast. I mean, you can just watch this. Like, we were pretending to be like the wall, and like people like just walked right by. It was really fun. Like I said, link down below in the description box for my gameplay channel. It will be there in a couple days. Give me some time. But anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and check out the cat agents because it is definitely a really decent deck that has a lot of potential. And I think the number 29 Mannequin Cat actually is a pretty good card. Like, it's insane what you can bring out. And you guys will see during these replays, sometimes people will quit out. It happens when you get out of Christia turn 1. Because, you know, Christia, it just beats decks. Like, that card is just, it's really annoying to fight. But you'll see I'm going up against Cubix. I stop him from adding the card. He goes for an instant fusion play. He's going to go Norden and get back the device. He goes ahead and gets over this card via absorbing it. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's totally fine because Dark Destroyer and agents, I know you guys are like, what the heck? How are you going to bring that out? Well, the Mannequin Cat can actually bring out like almost any monster, with the exception of monsters that you know, have like, this can only be special summoned via like this effect or something like that. Anyways, you guys will see how explosive this deck can be. Because he happens to have a machine, I can just go for this. Or if anyone deck has a dark, I can just go for Dark Destroyer. It's really OP. I put a Maxi in attack position and just completely just blow him out of the water over here. It's no competition. Like I said, a lot of these duels that you'll be playing up against, and I can special summon Christie, I can special summon like whatever I want, and I'll show you guys what crazy cards that you can bring out in this deck, especially if your opponent activates like any like things turn 1, like a Maxi, a Veiler, the Ghost Ash. There's a lot of potential here. Here my opponent is actually playing a Heat Wave deck, and that can kind of stun some decks. This is a crazy comeback deck over here. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and Hecatrice, go for the Valhalla, Hall of the Fallen. He gets to get a free token, and I go for the Pot of Cupidity. Hecatrice, I'm just trying to deck thin over here. I finally get rid of his field spell. This thing is really annoying. I need to kill that as quickly as possible. I couldn't summon anything that was an effect monster. I only could set the Mystical Shine Ball, and he's able to even add an additional card because of this. But I got the Valhalla. I teched in a Mirror Force at one point. But anyways, he goes ahead and destroys Earth. But I still get my effect. I have the Valhalla, so I can go ahead and just straight summon Venus. And I mean, the cat card is really good. Now, unfortunately, in this scenario, I didn't have, I don't have a water or a dinosaur. It's not both. It doesn't have to be a water dinosaur. It's either water or a dinosaur. He top decks the rabbit. I was like, why the heck didn't he activate that effect? I guess he was waiting for main phase 2 to activate. I don't know. It didn't really make any sense to me. I guess he was afraid of my back row. But anyways, I go ahead and attack over him. And Heat Wave's been really popular. I've seen a few of these decks. I think it's because in the OCG it happened. He's got Skill Drain and Caboozles over here. But anyways, we got the Hecatrice. We just kind of summon and beat him down over here. But this is more just like Fairies being kind of a resilient deck. Because you can top deck pretty good out of this deck. But I just like that one because he had Heat Wave and everyone was like, you ain't going to come back from it. But we came back from it. Anyways, the next one up over here. Now, this one over here, you guys in the stream are bad at math. Like I said, we did several builds of this deck. I'll showcase off like a version of the deck that we built during the live stream. There were several iterations of this deck. So, anyways, like I said, I think we can improve this deck. But I really think that like even turn 1 going for this cat is really good. Check this out, guys. Because he has Ghost, he used a Ghost Ogre in the very beginning of the duel. What I'm able to do is bring back Ghost Ogre and then just special summon Christia from the deck. Like that. How fair is that? You control a light. Oh, shoot, man, I'm gonna go Christia. Now you guys are bad at math. Apparently I done goofed over here. Apparently this is not game. I didn't think it was game, but you know, you guys in the stream were bad at math, so I was like, oh no, do I got game? But I could still make it game. What I would have to have done, guys, is banish the Venus from my hand, and then I could have attacked for game. Now this was an OTK, but that's why, you know, I shouldn't listen to you guys in the live stream ever, because you guys like to troll around. It didn't really matter. because in this scenario, he didn't really have options to do very much because, yeah, this card completely shuts down Lunalights. But nonetheless, there is a lot of like potential negation with this deck. So now that you guys have seen it like in action, I kind of want to just talk about the deck because we went through several iterations of this deck. Now, as far as like the insane monsters that you can get out with this, and feel free to help me out, guys, with this deck building process. So these are like the cards that we like thought of in the live stream. Dark Destroyer, because it's a monster that can pop a card immediately, which you guys saw during the Cubic duel. And then on top of that, what I'm able to do is make it so like it's a difficult card to get over. It's a 3k beater, and then on top of that, it technically has a Cosmo effect, but I don't use it for that. It's pretty much just the effect where I get to pop a card and he cannot be targeted. That's basically what it comes down to. And then there's also Spell Canceller. So Spell Canceller has the ability to make it so as long as card remains face up on the field, spell cards cannot be activated, and the effects of all spell cards are also negated. He doesn't have too much attack, but if you combine it with some of the other stuff, it can be like really nasty because this card is really good against pendulum-based decks, any decks that needs a lot of the spells. That new vanilla deck, well, obviously they're not going to be able to Heat Wave you if you have this card out, but I mean they do have some cards that can run over the card because again he's only 1800 attack, but he is a machine, and you guys know that the dark. Oh gosh, what is it? Cyber Dark. These guys are all machines too, so it doesn't, again guys, it doesn't have to be dark and machine to get it out. It could be dark or machine, or it could be wind. It just doesn't really matter. It's either type or attribute. That's the point of Mannequin Cat. And then Crisia is an auto like wind, and it still works in this deck just in general. Especially with Link Summons coming out, I think that this could be an okay deck because you could still go for like whatever Link cards that you want. But it just gives you some options to like potentially just like blow your opponent out of the water. Summoning a Crisia from the deck that's a huge effect. And I guess you can go for like other cards as well. And you know, Hyperion can start banishing cards because if you detach, you force your opponent to have something on board, and then you can just pop it immediately with Dark Destroyer, whatever the case may be. Now, I want to ask you guys if there's any other like boss monsters, because like I wanted to have like one fire, a water, and an earth. Well, technically with earth I can go for Striker, but like I don't really want to summon Ghost Ash, so I can discard this card. There is, however, the Ghost Ogre. Now Ghost Ogre lets me you can send this card from your hand to your or field to the graveyard. So I feel like I guess if there's a Psychic, that could be kind of cool to be able to be like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and summon the Ghost Ogre, and then just immediately be able to tribute it, or send it from the field to the graveyard, and then to be able to negate something. So I think that Mannequin Cat's actually pretty good. Like that was the whole point of that deck. Like I said, like there was a Quibble Hedgehog that I was playing before. This isn't necessarily as much as a deck profile as it is just kind of like showcasing off the deck. Moondragon or Sphere Mode is kind of just for the memes, but I think this deck has a little bit of potential because Crisia, like I said, it just there's a bunch of duels where I just summoned it and it was just like quit, or like a spell cancel and then it was quit. And I really feel like if you guys try to build this deck, do not take out Valhalla. Whatever card that you go for, if they negate it with a like whatever card that they use to negate it, specifically like Effect Veiler, or something like the Ghost Ogre. Which someone did that. I don't know what they did about, but they did Ghost Ogre, and then you guys saw I was able to OTK them because and that's really dirty. And the monster that they get out, you could choose. Technically, you can go for like Max C as well. That could be another card where, you know, turn 1 your opponent Max C's you, or turn 2, and you're like, oh, it's fine, I'm just gonna game you because you use Max C. I can go ahead and get a monster out of your graveyard, special summon it, and then just go Dark Destroyer pop. I have extra damage on board now. Like not only did I pop the card that I brought out, or I guess you could pop like a stronger target, and then you could just run over whatever target you brought out with, because usually you're going to be bringing back like a Max C or something that has like, just like low attack. But TG Striker, also really great card. There's a few games where I made Trishula as well, but those were kind of like, they were against decks where I didn't feel like the duel was very like interesting, so I didn't showcase off that one. I didn't save those replays. But I feel like definitely Valhalla is a great card in this deck. Now, unfortunately, with Pot of Cupidity, you can go super minus with these, but if you go ahead and go for like Venus, and then you get all your Shrine Balls early on, and you go for Cupidity, like when you have Cat plus any like back row, like even a turn 1 There was another level too that we were considering. I think it was like a Destiny hero. It was just like if you control a monster, you special summon. It's just level 2. So like the turn 1 play would hopefully be Cat and then 1 back row, and it'd be like summon, special summon a monster, summon Earth, search out Venus for potentially next turn. Which next turn you can, if you have Honest, you can actually make double Cats, and double Cats is game. Like it's really dirty. Because it creates 2 threats on board, like they have to deal with it. You can only use this effect of it once per turn, but you only need really once to like, game your opponent, because again, if you go for like Dark Destroyer or Christia, it can be like almost a win condition on its own. But, oh, also one important thing, I learned this from a Glad Beast tool. I don't have that one replay saved because I didn't know it worked like this. So, if the monster actually doesn't exist on the field, so say for example, I bring back my opponent's monster that procs an effect. I think it was during a ninja duel actually, is what happened. So this is like important like tip for you guys if you guys are playing this deck. If I target a card with Mannequin Cat via its effect, and let's say his other card activates an effect. If I Solemn Strike that card and it's no longer on the board, Cat cannot actually activate its effect to bring out another monster. So just a quick little tip, don't fail like I did during that duel versus the ninja guy. But yeah, that was like a duel that I thought was it wasn't really an interesting duel, but I just want to give you guys a quick little tip. But I think agents, like I said, with Link Summoning, they can be pretty good. I know this isn't showcasing Link Summons because we don't have that. Well, technically there is a version where you can play with Link Summons, but for the most part, as of now, I think that this could be a decent little deck if you guys maybe have agents. You want to try something new out, and Mannequin Cat, it's a good card. Like, try it out, guys, and let me know what you think. And if you have suggestions for, like, boss monsters, because I was looking at, like, the the dinosaurs and stuff, like I was thinking about like what other cards could we bring out, because I already have a bunch of lights, but if I'm going against dinosaurs, this could potentially be a really dirty card as well, because I can just you know, just do a bunch of damage. You can get out just crazy cards with this. I might just throw in the dinosaur, because it's really easy for someone to have like a bunch of monsters on board, and if you just go for Cat, that Conductor Tyranno in Agents, it's random but it works, and it's a light, you can honest with it. I don't know, the possibilities with Cat are pretty good, guys, because it doesn't matter if it's the type or attribute. Either one. You don't need to have both, because that's what someone was saying on the live stream, like, you have to have it both, it's not good. I was like, no, it's attribute or type. It says right on the card. It's really good. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing something a little bit new, and I'm glad that this Cat is good, because, you know, I feel like it's going to be a pricey card anyways, because it's a secret rare. I almost guarantee it. All the hot, like, girl-looking cards are always secret rare, man. But anyways, yeah, that's just showcasing off of the Agent Cat deck. I know Paleozoic can bust out the Cat, but I feel like Paleozoics, we've seen it. Let's make a comeback for Agents in 2017. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I'm signing out.